All right, we're back. Got a couple sips of water in there. All right, Ann, take it away. The rest of the show is all about the Connecticut Community Foundation.
All right. Well, thank you. We did talk about those dates, and October 1st is the next date that you want to think about if you're a not-for-profit. Again, there's so many different pieces. I really suggest that you either call us or go on our website. Of course, my colleagues may be ready to jump through a window right now.
That's what they're there for.
But I would like to say one, Michael mentioned our Cass Gilbert building. On Friday, the 14th, from 4 to 6 p.m., we are hosting an open house at our building because we've kind of spruced things up and we have a different look, and we'd love for anybody in the community who's interested to stop by. We'd love to see you. And the Cass Gilbert buildings, for those of you who may not know, Cass Gilbert was the architect for the Woolworth building in New York City and for the U.S. Supreme Court building, among others. But Waterbury has 5 Cass Gilbert buildings. We used to have 6, but now we have 5. And they're all right together on Field Street and Grand Street. Our building is 43 Field Street. It used to be the Chase Dispensary. We have 6 bathrooms. Next door to us was called Lincoln House, and that's now law offices. On the corner was the Waterbury National Bank building. Across the street, our absolutely spectacularly reconstructed City Hall.
The Gianna Moore's building is a Cass Gilbert building?
Yes,
Sweet, Ronnie.
Yes, it is.
You and your parents, good purchase there.
That's right. And across the street, the Chase Brass Company building. If you haven't been downtown, if you go to visit Brass, then go across the street to see City Hall, because I was one of the docents when it opened a couple of years ago, and my husband was in my first traveling around and doing my little tour, and he said to me after about 10 minutes, if you say spectacular one more time, I'm going to have to kick you. It is truly spectacular.
It's deserving of it. I am very proud to say that Kevin Taylor and Andrew Martelli are good personal friends of mine. Like, we have each other's cell phone numbers. We would go out for a beer together. I know their children. And you can say that many more times. They did a magnificent 2-period, by the way. I don't like the one particular person that was running for mayor that wanted it to be wireless and all. That's not what Cass's vision was. When you do something and restore it to period, that's what it's called. Not change it. It wasn't meant to be changed. It was meant to be restored.
And they did an incredible job.
Incredible.
Kevin just gave us, because we wanted to do some painting in our office, so Kevin gave us all the colors that they had used, and we picked one of the colors that they used in the City Hall to redo our entryway.
Nice.
And we're very fortunate in Waterbury, and I think we don't realize that for many reasons, but having 5 Cass Gilbert buildings, more than any other city in the world. So.
He was a good architect.
Indeed. And again, I welcome all of you to come on the Friday the 14th to join us from 4 to 6. I would just like to say one thing. We have not a new mission, but a new mission statement. We do lots of things, but we kept trying to decide what it is that really, in a few words, because you can keep talking for a long time.
Mission statements are important.
Mission statements that you can remember are important. And so we, with input from community members, from our board members, our staff members, we came up with fostering creative partnerships to build rewarding lives and thriving communities. And that's really our job.
Right.
It's our job, and the most important thing that we can do is that what we can control some of is to foster those partnerships. We've worked with, as I said, the Lever Foundation, Architect Savings Bank Foundation, American Savings Foundation, lots of other funders. We work with professional advisors like Michael, lawyers, accountants who work with people in the community who may want to make a gift of some sort. We work with other nonprofits. We hold funds for them, and we help them be as sustainable as they can possibly be. We also partner with our volunteers and donors, and we have opportunities for volunteers. We have committees that make the decisions. The staff people don't make decisions on the grants. We have committees of volunteers. We have a board of trustees that represent our service area. We have scholarship committees. If you have any interest in reading scholarship applications, we get about 500, and every one is read by 3 people. So it's a lot of work.
And it's important because
Very important.
You don't want to give it to the wrong person.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we have that. We have, of course, on my side of the fence is the fundraising, development, outreach.
That's your
That's
bread
my
and
thing.
butter.
That's my thing.
Well, you're so intelligent. I mean, you were a teacher, and then an attorney, and this is your 3rd career. I mean,
It is my 3rd career.
Please brag a little bit about yourself, because that was at lunch. I was like, really? That's elder care, nice.
And I'm a mom.
That's the most important role.
No, it's been. I say that my career. I look at it as it's all about relationships. Mm-hmm. Everything I've done, whether it's teaching or practicing law or being in development, it's all about relationships. And that's what I love about what I do. That's what I love about the community. The opportunity. This has been a busy week. I saw Michael last Thursday at Stay Well. I was at the St. Mary's
Champion
event for Neil on Monday night.
Great job, Mayor.
Yes, indeed. On the United Way kickoff this morning, and
Kristen Jacoby, what a great lady she is.
Kristen is great. Kristen's great. And we also partner with the United Way through our nonprofit assistance initiative, and it is our job, both United Way's and ours, to be sure that the other nonprofits in the area, not that we can just give them grants, but that we can really help them be the best organizations they can be. That makes a huge difference in the longevity of what we do.
Right.
2 other things that I want to say. We don't just give money. We also give our time. Our staff is very, very amazing, actually. The last big project that we did, which was so much fun, we were involved in building the new playground at Chase Park. And if you haven't seen it, it's fabulous.
Good for you.
With an organization called Kaboom and the American Heart Association and the Connecticut Community Foundation. We provided dollars, but we also had over 250 volunteers that in one day, from 8 o'clock in the morning till 2:30 in the afternoon, actually put in a playground. And this was with the input of the kids at the Chase Park after-school program. They designed it. They picked the colors. Kaboom came in with this incredible crew. And if you drive by there now on Sunnyside and Highland, you see this gorgeous place with really pretty grass and great things to climb on. And I have never heard people say more than I heard that day, this is a community event. We had every kind of people from suburbs, from cities, from kids, from 2 or 3 that were painting, which were pretty funny, to I think the oldest person was about 75. One of our trustees, Dan Caron at Alexion, spent 8 hours mixing concrete or cement, I never know which it is.
Whatever.
By hand.
That's some tough work, by the way.
It was Paula Van Ness, our CEO, and my husband and I were there. A lot of our staff. It was very exciting, but mostly exciting to see the whole community come together. So if you drive by there, take a look, and it's a wonderful feeling. We were also involved with the back-to-school rally last week.
No rush. You got time. Don't worry. Don't rush.
I'm afraid I'm going to be rushing.
No. If you do not have a smile on your face listening to this intelligent woman, something is wrong with you. It feels good to do what you do.
It does feel good.
It really does.
Absolutely. If it didn't, I wouldn't be doing it after 20 years.
But you do it with such passion. Some people work, some people live. You're living.
Well,
this is not a job to you. You're doing it with your heart.
And I do want to say, for those of you who are out there who might be considering thinking, well, could I do something that might leave my legacy?
There you go. That's why you're on the air. Listeners.
We're all about legacy.
Yes.
And it doesn't take a lot of money. People think, I don't have, it's a foundation. It takes millions of dollars. It doesn't.
No. One step at a time.
Absolutely. One step at a time. Often it's with a paid-up life insurance policy, things that you do in your estate because at that time, you can make decisions that maybe don't feel comfortable right now. But, we can help. My background is, as Michael said, as an elder law lawyer and estate planning, and I was director of planned giving at Wesleyan University. So I've done a lot of this stuff. Yes.
Good people.
Yes, indeed.
All right,
yes,
no
indeed.
names for HIPAA.
But if you have an interest in leaving a mark on the community through a charitable organization, we can help you. Even if it's not directly at the Community Foundation, we are happy to do whatever we can to make your legacy part of the community forever.
Love to hear that stuff. All right. If you're out there, please, the living will is great because you can make changes to it. Irrevocable life insurance trust. If your kids are doing well, the paid-up life insurance policy. Clients tell me all the time, well, I'm just going to drop it. I'm like, wait a second. What, are you crazy? Gift it. Gift it out of your estate. You can gift it to an organization, to a community college, to a museum, to the Connecticut Community Foundation, and they will find a use for it. The power of life insurance, go for it.
Or you can select what you want it to be used for.
Right, you're in control of this.
Right.
So it has happened this year right in front of me at board meetings. I'm not allowed to discuss it with you, but you see, it's amazing. Like, it pays for programs. It sends inner city kids to school for free that would never had a shot at an education. And you know what? I know you're sitting there at your office saying, who cares about them? We need to care about our youth. We need to put them through a community college to get a 4-year degree, to be the stud that's my buddy over at the Y, who's the director of the whole program. That started at Naugatuck Valley Community College. I mean, he is. Jim O'Rourke is a personal friend of mine, and he let me. Avery Gaddis, a very good friend of mine. They started at small community schools, and like you said, those scholarships are so important. It could make or break somebody. You've got deadlines for events on Friday. Is there any particular time they need to be in by?
5 o'clock. Well, we'll be there till 6 on Friday.
Right, because it's an open
house.
So I know people out there. My buddy, the Melkos, and producer Nick and I work tirelessly on this. And let me plug this again. She doesn't like me to say it, but producer Nick's mother, probably no names, really got this off the ground. It's called Miles for Smiles. It gives dental work for free through the Staywell Center for inner city children with no dental insurance. And this woman and Nick's mother founded this out of an idea over a glass of wine and said, you know what, we're doing so well in life, let's do something for the community. And they did. They gave a large amount of money that was raised. And it's programs like that I really get behind. I'm on the board at Miles for Smiles. So I'll make sure she contacts you.
Great.
We're having a couple fundraising events. You've been a phenomenal guest. Producer Tom's telling me 30 seconds. All right, wrap up with yourself. Make sure you plug your phone number, and I cannot thank you enough.
Okay, thank you. Again, it's 203-753-1315, Connecticut Community Foundation. Stop by on Friday.
And that's Ann Feinberg. She's a great woman, and you've got to get involved in the community because there's people next to me that do it, and they're just a pleasure to have as friends. So from the bottom of my heart, thanks for a great show.
Thank you.
Appreciate everyone listening. Talk to you next week.